we have been taught that human life has very little value through the theory of evolution, that we are a random process, genetic mutations. The textbook says that life is a behavior pattern that chemical systems exhibit when they reach a certain level of complexity. That's the definition of life that we're giving to our young people in school today. And it is such a sterile definition. It leaves no room for the specialness and the preciousness of life. And so our young people, through the video games that are very heartless, very violent, through the media, through the television, where are we instilling into our young people how precious and special life is? And if we're going to change that, when we begin to see what the DNA is telling us, it tells us something far beyond random genetic mutations is responsible for us. And that's, I think, where the change in thinking must begin.
Okay. And do we know where we came from at this point? Or do we just know that there's some kind of strange anomaly where 200,000 years ago, new DNA is introduced that couldn't have been more from Neanderthal? We didn't necessarily come from some other mammal form.
We don't know. That's the whole... I released a book in 2017. It's entitled Human by Design. The first half of the book is the peer-reviewed science that is now revealing the facts that tell us that evolution...
New DNA is introduced that couldn't have been more from Neanderthal. We didn't necessarily come from some other mammal form.
We don't know. That's the whole... I released a book in 2017. It's entitled Human by Design. The first half of the book is the peer-reviewed science that is now revealing the facts that tell us that evolution not only is not, but it cannot be our story. And this is the whole point. Science, our young people today in universities are about to dedicate their entire lives to unraveling the mystery of our origin. They're being forced to take every iota, every piece of evidence they find, and force it into a pre-existing story called evolution. Even if it doesn't fit, it's like a square peg in a round hole. If you pound hard enough, it will fit, but it's never a good fit. And there's a huge difference between forcing the evidence into a pre-existing story and allowing the evidence to lead to whatever story it tells. This book is an invitation to do the latter. We don't know what happened, but we do know that where we have been spinning our wheels for 150 years, since Charles Darwin's time, 150 years,